a new challenger.
We're in for something special right here, right now.
Ready yourself. Round one. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Checks with the projectile. Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. Good anti-air. The low kick is blocked. Trips him up. Gets a good read on their opponent. Throws him down. Corner switch means they can now go on the offensive. The low heavy hits. Got their eye on the air. Player two chases them down. Knockdown. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or baiting?
Were they baiting them into that? Opt for the throw to close it out.
Player two picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Goes for the jump in to start the round. Jumps in, hits him with a stop and pop. Neither fighter is willing to back down from this exchange. Jump, going in, super on deck for both fighters. Expect to see some fireworks. Connects with medium kick. Both fighters planning something? Still scrapping, but fires off the Shinku Hadouken. Looks like they want the Shinku Hadouken. Here comes charges up the platform. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it.
They don't have any leeway to make a mistake. Someone's gotta make a flatline zone. Ooh, I dare you to find me a better match than that. Get up and tell him what's good.
Round one.
They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Jump. The low kick is blocked. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Gets a chance with that jump in. The jump in is denied. Taking stock. From up above. Let off a projectile to waste time. Springs forward with the drive rush. Blocks the impact. This is the range where things get messy. Down to the wire. Yes! Drive impact for the win. Player one takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Oh, says no to the impact. Ooh. Goes in on the impact for nothing. The jump in is denied. Goes for the jump in. Misses the grab. Uses the gauge for a super arm. Going in. Akuma fires off the Shinku Hadouken. Still scrapping for control of the space. This is the time to use fireballs to chip away at an opponent. Both fighters planning something? The engage reads the jump in perfectly. The low. A quick breather. Not much life left, but their drive usage may save them. They are not getting close to each other. Jump! That's not gonna hit. The super connects. The low kick hits. Lots of Kohotorna. Did they mean to do that? What a sick counter. It's like they knew exactly what was gonna happen. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this round. Stuff them. The low. Jumps in, hits him with a stop and pop. Throws him. Taps him on the toe. Knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. They're using a fireball to force a reaction. Tons of space between the fighters now. What are they cooking up? Player one can't let this sit on his counter on reaction. Yes, sir. More damage, please. Player one with back shot. What were they thinking? Both sides getting ready. Player two, they're just gonna go for it with the super. What's this Shinku Hado gonna do? Down, oh my god, raw super! They are done! Player one clinches the win! But that could have been been anyone's game. No way we could have called that.
Round one.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Attempts to break the stalemate with the fireball. Still very early in the round. Side switch. Now they're on the defensive. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move, or you're going to eat tons of damage. All right. The drive parry was successful. Parries the projectile. Now what's the follow-up? The fighters are scrambling to figure out how to gain some meter here. Impact's a no-go. Checks him with the projectile. Life lead opens up. They gotta take advantage of this drive differential. Long low attack hits. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy cut in there. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Immediate jump in. Are we going to see some fireworks here? Jumps up. Who'll gain control of the match in the early going? Denies the low heavy. Oh! Digs in deep to get that drive in. Gets the jump in. Rago high kick. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. What'll happen here? What a finish! We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Breaks those shins. Jump, sets up with the jump in. Full SA meters on deck to charges up the plasma. Okay, here we go. Connects with the throw. Gets the side switch. This is gonna hurt. Both sides getting pumps the brakes on the impact. This can lead to some big damage. A jump. Amazing. Gets the counter hit. The low. What now? The draw super hard incoming. What's this Jingle Huddle gonna do? They're in rip anti-air in the front. Huge! It is over! Player 1 is gonna be watching replays for this one for a while. They really took it down to the wire.
Here comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Beginning operation.
This will be a good fight. Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? The low kick connects. Low kicks are a no-go. Player 2 has the life lead. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Taking stock. I can't keep track of these corner switches. Can't tech the throw. The low doesn't connect. Knockdown. Player 1 can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the round if they can find openings to use their drive. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. A quick breather. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Big low attack to pick up the win this round. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight.
Immediate jump in. Gets scooped from down low.
Pay attention.
Blows him. What's next? Pulls him. Going in. Medium kick hits. Quick drop. The throw whiffs. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. A quick breather. Throws a fireball. Max SA gauges. Unbelievably in sync with a chance to score big here. Not much life left, but their drive usage may save them. In there! That's what happens when you capitalize on all of your chances. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. They hit each other. The throw misses. Blocks the jump in. We're still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight. The low kick connects. Very solid corner sweep. They're not gonna allow any jump-ins. All right, what's coming up next? Holds out with the block. Okay, creating some space here. Player one chases them down. Takes a trip.
There's the impact. Not letting that go unpunished.
Side switch with the back throw. Looking for a chance to gain the
Up tap to close it.
Player one on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Immediate jump in. How will they take advantage of everything that... This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? Low heavy hits. Mix up incoming. Knockdown and... breaks those shins. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. The low heavy is denied. Pulls him. Denies the drive reversal. Hits up the counter. This is going to be huge. Shinku Hadouken. Still scrapping for control of the space. A real meets them air to air. Attempts to break the stalemate with raw critical. What's gonna happen? Player hits them with a quick low kick. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight.
Low heavy. Perfect execution with the anti-air. The low. This may turn into a big chance. Drops them. Anti-air in the clutch. Player two needs to take advantage of this gauge disparity. Getting up close and personal. Presses for a reaction.
Throws them from above.
Hits them with a quick low kick. Player two
Gets the win in a convincing fashion.
Here comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight?
Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Low heavy. Checks with a projectile. Starts with a jump in. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Big low reaching heavy. Player two may be just about done this round, but they still have a chance with a full drive gauge to tap into. Parries the projectile. Now what's the follow-up? Time's the only thing moving here. Long low attack hits. Shoots off a fireball up close. Life lead opens up. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other up? Picks up the win with the projectile. Good read. Player one takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight.
Immediate jump in. Gets the jump in. Jump. Throws them. What's next? Jumps in. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. They may be planning to spend their drive gauge here. Going in. Jumps up. Shinku Hadouken. The super doesn't hit. What'll happen? He fires off the Shinku Hadouken. Player two is working with a better gauge. What can they do? Low heavy, but no go. Oh, here we go. Player one has the chance to win the round if they can put their drive to good use. Close range projectile. Hadouken. What'll be the plan here? What's this Chiku Hado gonna do? They're taking a step back to slow down the pace. Fires off a Hadouken. Player closes it out. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win?
Final round. Fight!
Stark meets them air to air. Final round. Knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. What were they thinking? Reads the jump in perfectly. Demon Blade kick. This is gonna hurt. Amazing. Player 2 is looking at a grim situation with burnout. Sets up with the jump in. Ooh, does them dirty. And whiffs. They're wide open. Noticeable, the drive impact doesn't work.
This is my chance.
It's Mama Jamma! Get that bank account ready because that fight was easy money!
Great match. Here comes a new challenger.
Y'all better have your Sunday's best on because it's time for business.
Let us begin. Round 1. Fight!
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Starts with a jump in. The low heavy hit. Player 1 with the life lead. Knockdown. From up above. Big low reaching heavy. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? The jump in catches them. Taking stock. Life lead is opening up, but that could still be overcome with smart drive use. Next hit
Answers with a psycho uppercut.
heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Closes with the throw. Hitting him with the smart stuff. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Fight!
Breaks those shins. Checks him with the projectile. Creates an opening with the low heavy. Goes for the jump in. Big throw. Both fighters planning to hold these psycho uppercut, puts them on the rope. Risky up close scrap still going. Bumps up. Jump. What'll happen here? Sights all the throw connects. Player 2 has it set up with the jump in. That's not gonna hit. Are we gonna see a comeback here? Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? Not much movement, but the thinking caps are definitely on.
Psycho blink wakes him up!
Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fire. Gets the tips with the low heavy. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Decides to buff up while they can. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. Low heavy, what's the play here? The low heavy hits. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move where you're going to eat tons of damage. Was looking for that jump attack. Perfect read to get the finish with the low attack. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Did well to get the buff in there. Decides to buff up while they can. Both fighters are looking for a way to get in, but there's still time to feel out the situation. Low heavy hits, mix up incoming. Going in, jumps up, barely blocks the jump in. Gets scooped from down low. Still scrapping for control of the space. Throws a projectile to zone the opponent. Hustles in. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Fireball into the corner. They're trying to force the opponent into low heavy, but no go. A quick breather. Picks up the counter. This is going to be huge. Their spacing is so on point right now. Quick boost.
Super art to show off what a PhD and fighters can do for you. Big smart use of the game.
Good super. Uses that wall pressure. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Open with a jump in. Low heavy. Jumps. The low kick hits. Crowns him from above. The low. Okay, here we... Perfect execution with the anti-air. This can lead to some big damage. Taking chunks at knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Changes the pace with the fireball. This is gonna hurt. Oh my, what a finish! Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us.
Comes a new challenger.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Tries to bait him with the projectile. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Both fighters have plenty of health. Where is this match going to go? Shows the overhead. The impact gets blocked. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Neither fighter wants to get stuck in the corner as they continue to duke it out mid-stage. Both fighters are looking for a way to fill up their super art lead. Checks with the projectile. Throw whips. The low heavy hits. Into the latter half of the round. Decides to meet them in the air. Gets the knockdown, and now long low attack hits. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. That drive impact doesn't get through. Each hit is so important here. Okay, creating some space here. They take some time to back off and regroup. Who's going to strike first? Both fighters are barely hanging in there, but someone's got to fires off the Shinku Hadouken. The super doesn't hit. This is a prime opportunity to end things, but they decide to play it safe. Burnout activates. Player one has completed in there. Player one takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round two. Fight.
Akuma's going in. The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Player 2 can build off this lead. Demon Guillotine crushes him. Looking for a chance. Demon Raid? A quick breather. Zones with the fireball. Doing some quick planning? The engagement here will have a cube. Springs forward with the drive rush. Rushes that off and keeps going. Player 1 will need to use their meter here wisely. Were they looking to connect with an overdrive arc from this situation? Time to reassess the situation? The low! Hold your breath. The low block! What now? What's your Shinku Hadouken? Oh. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Fight round. Fight.
Start things off with a jump in. Good job. Knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Hadouken. Dangerous range here. Angel. The low kick hits. Jumps in. Ooh, what a smart throw. Who will force the other's hand?
Shoryuken.
Low heavy. Pulse with a kick. What's next? They're in range. We gonna see a jump in? A dash? Close range projectile. The low. What now? Anticipated that throw. Player 2, what's this Fitgher gonna do? Both sides getting ready. They don't have any lead. I called it! I called it! Lots of distance. Oh my God, Rock Super! Charges up the platform. Are you kidding me? Player 2 has gotta be feeling good getting the win out of that absolute carnage. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. The low heavy's blocked. Both fighters are looking for a way to get in, but there's still time to feel out the situation. Trips them up. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Tries to get a breather with a projectile. What's the play here? Did well to get the buff in there. Sees it coming and blocks it out. Time's the only thing moving here. Decides to buff up while they can. Life lead is opening up, but that can still be overcome with smart drive use. The throw misses. All right, what's coming up next? Life lead opens up. Did this super art connect? This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Connects with medium kick. Were they baiting them into that? Breaks the block with a throw. Finishes things off with authority with that big, big punish counter. Player 1 with the first strike, but they can't get complacent.
Round 2. Fight.
Immediate jump in. This round is so important. You can feel the intensity in the air. Player 1 had an impressive round when managing their drive gauge. They'll want to carry that momentum into the next round. All right, what's coming up next? The jump-in is denied. Going in, still slugging it out at this range. Backs them into the corner in a hurry. Gets the jump in. Blocks the impact. Creates an opening with a low heavy. Shows a medium kick. Likely hits the drive. The low heavy connected. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Had the radar up and running. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Low heavy. Saw that low heavy coming. Taking stock. That was a solid anti-air. The low heavy hits. That drive impact is blocked. Maintains composure and pushes out of the corner. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Feeling out the spacing. Checks with the projectile. All right. Sticks the KO. Player 2 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Round 2. Fight.
A blade forward jump there to start. Still very early in the round. Gets the knockdown, and now... What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Knockdown. Jumps up. Medium kick. Going in. This is the time to use fireballs to chip away at an opponent. Sneaks in above. Sneaks in the throw. Well, listen, when you're locked in, you're locked in. That was a decisive win.
Here comes a new challenger.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table.
Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Goes for the low kick. The low heavy hit. Low kicks are a no-go. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Gets a chance with that jump in. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. All right, what's coming up next? Player 1 can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the round if they can find openings to use their drive. Knockdown.
Fires off the Shinku Hadouken. The kick hits.
Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight.
I guess they both like jumping. The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Player 2 did a great job of reading their opponent up close that last round. Can they keep the momentum? Early round decisions are so important to set the tone. Player 2 will want to take advantage of their meter lead while they have it. Both fighters have plenty of drive to work with, but how they make their approach will be key. Connects with medium kick. Springs forward with a drive rush. Throws a fireball. Okay, creating some space here.
Rattles them with a spinning perch. Shinku Hadouken.
Player 2 is working with a better game. What can they do with it? They back the opponent into the corner. Now to apply the pressure. A quick breather.
One step ahead of that.
Throws a projectile to zone the opponent. They're taking a step back to slow down the experiencing burnout.
Super Torque fires off the Shinku Hadouken.
Are we gonna see a comeback here?
Meeting all in there.
Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Comes a new challenger.
It's time to see what both fighters have in store for us today.
Ready yourself. This will be a good fight.
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Waiting for the opponent to make the first move. Checks with the projectile. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move where you're going to eat tons of damage. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Low heavy. No good up high. Knockdown. From up above. Life lead opens up. Taking stock. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Somehow gets them. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Shinku Hadouken.
Oops, they were anticipating that super art. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Player 2 kept their drive gauge topped off through that round and still took the win. Guess they didn't need it. At this range, many attacks can connect if you springs forward with the drive rush. Player 1 will want to take advantage of their move, brushes that off and keeps going. Big throws. What'll happen here? Creates an opening with the low heavy. Breaks those shins. Smart play with the throw. Drive rush to keep it going. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the cork low heavy. Oh, burnout triggered. Manages to block the jump-in attack. Side switch in the corner.
Throws them from above.
A quick breather. Player all the throw connects. Bowser fires off the Shin 200 flatline zone. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Checks him with the projectile. Both fighters want to establish themselves early on. Plenty of time left. How's the match going to play out? Gets a good read on their opponent. Throw hits. Now the fun begins. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move where you're going to eat tons of damage. Trips him up. Gets a chance with that jump in. Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. The low heavy hits. Player one can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Prays to cancel the fire. One chance here may end this match. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Anything could happen here. Oh, whiffs the throw. Throw zone. What's next? Springs forward with the drive rush. Both are just hanging on by a thread, but their drive gauges are a different. They're going for the KO. Player two with the first strike, but they can't get complacent. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Left off a projectile to waste time. Both fighters are looking for a way to get in, but there's still time to feel out the situation. Player one is in burnout. Drives off the table. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover or are they in trouble here? So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Creates an opening with a low heavy. What's the next move? Gets the jump in. Hits up the counter. This is going to be huge. Their life is hanging by a thread. They gotta lean heavily on their drive move now. They were expecting that drive impact. Medium kick hits. Smart play. Connects with the throw. Big low attack to pick up the win this round. That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches.
Comes a new challenger.
We're about to see a mirror match go down, where they can match each other move for move. This is the hardest kind of match. Who will come out on top? Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Deftly shuts out the jumper. Very nice anti-air there. They read their opponent like a book. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Who's it gonna be? Neither fighter can force the other to give up even an inch. Tons of drive and health to work with. The low is denied. They're not gonna allow any jump in. Projectile to try and change the situation. All right, what's coming up next? Low heavy hit, mix up incoming. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Knockdown. Life lead opens up. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Mid KO. Player two picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Left off a projectile to waste time. Player two did a great job of maintaining their drive gauge during that last round. It's going to be even more important in this next round to keep that up to help strengthen their ground game. Can they turn this gauge advantage into something? Both fighters planning something? Let it turn out! Expect a tempo of the match to change. Quick breather. Their life is hanging by a thread. They gotta lean heavily on their drive move. Going in? Risky up close knockdown! Here comes the mix-up. One chance, this can lead to some big damage. This is the flatline zone. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win?
Final round. Fight!
Opens with a jump in. Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? Jumps up, barely blocks the jump in. Low heavy. Risky up close scrap. Nothing stops this train. Player one is barely hanging on to the... Reads the jump in perfectly. Forward throw. Laying the pressure on things. Player one with punish counter on reaction. A back throw for damage and vital positioning. Player one is in burnout state. A very precarious situation. Raw super art incoming. Super art to show up what a PhD and fighters can do for you. Super out of nowhere. The big brain of the competitor is unreal. Player one showed they are truly the best of the best. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. This is the time to use fireballs to chip away at an opponent. Feeling out the spacing. The fighters continue to check each other in the early going. Okay, both fighters have taken a long step back. They're both looking to reassess the fight. Low kicks are a no-go. Next up, gets a chance with that jump in. The low doesn't connect. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Projectile to try and change the situation. Denies the low heavy. Takes a trip. Can't tech the throw. Both are just hanging on by a thread. But smart play to stop the opponent. Burnout activates. Player one has a KO. Player one with a good start to the fight, but can they keep it up? Immediate jump in. Who's going to start things off? Was looking for that jump attack. Player two has the life advantage. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Hits them with a stop and pop. Medium kick hits. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Denies the jump-in. Going in, fires off the Shiku Hadouken. Just goes for it at this range. Player one will look. They were waiting for it. The next touch may decide this round. What a lead with that anti-air. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Back out to start. They're not taking any chance. The last round. It's now or never. Player two took that round comfortably. No need to bring out the big guns yet. Both the low kick hit. Gotta do better than that. Attempts to break the stalemate with the fireball. And whip! They're wide open. The drive impact doesn't work. That's a big gap. Low heavy. So, what? Anti-air. Medium kick. A trade. Now what? Drops them from the air. These guys are not giving each other any time to breathe. Excellent block. The pace of the round is going to pick. The low kick hits. A jump. Reads the jump in perfectly. Knocked them out of the air. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Wheel test wall splat into the guard plate. And whip. They're wide open. Breaks through with the throw. Player two survived that tense mirror match. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Uses the fireball to try and get a reaction. This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? Player two pushes the opponent into the corner. Still slugging it out here. Forward throw to continue the pressure. What are they thinking here? Definitely answers the air attack. A big drive gauge disparity has opened up, and it wouldn't surprise me if they try to open that gap further. Knockdown. Holds out with the block. Player 2 can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the round if they can find openings to use their drive. Shinku Hadouken! The super doesn't hit! Player 1 in trouble with this super up connect. That's not gonna hit! They both back off to refocus. Who will make the first move? Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Oh, how did they spot that? Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. Big, low, reaching heavy. Okay, they trade hits. A trade. Going on the offensive? Fires off the Shinku Hadouken. What'll happen here? Sets up with the jump in. Player knocked him out of the air. Close range, but the low kick hits. Just what they were after. Player 2 comes away with the win.